at situations like that has to be better. It has to be better. You cannot lose your man. And, it's literally 5 minutes after we scored the second goal. And then all of a sudden, the game changes. It changes on its head. And, of course, you're looking for players to step up in them moments. Players need to step up and be counted. Because otherwise we don't win that game tonight, right? Gabriel and Saliba, very good. Very, very good in the way that they defended their areas. Ben White was good tonight. Tomiyasu was good tonight. But again, there's one player that stood out levels above everybody else in them situations for me. And that was, of course, the main man, the £100 million man, Declan Rice. And I keep saying this about this guy. Every single week, whether we perform bad or whether we perform good, this guy is always there and stood up to be counted. He's there. He is the one leading this team. Where was Martin Odegaard again tonight? Obviously he had moments in the game, but he didn't really stand up. And once again, he was substituted. Now, that should tell everyone pretty much everything you need to know about Martin Odegaard, especially in big games away from home, because we've seen this guy be substituted quite a lot now in these games. And people say, oh, you can't read into it too much. Yes, you can. He's the captain of Arsenal Football Club. He should hardly ever be substituted. And look, again, you have to credit the manager because I think he brought on the correct substitutes at the correct time. He's starting to learn from his mistakes. Thank God. Yeah, his substitutions against Chelsea at the weekend got us back into the game. His substitutions against Manchester City were brilliant. And again tonight, you have to say he got it right. You have to say. And look, people perceive me as negative, right? People perceive me as negative. I just want these players to perform at the best of their abilities, which we know we haven't seen so far this season because we see it all last season. That's why we got excited about potentially winning the league, because the performances we were putting in showed us that we could win the league. Right now, I'm not so sure. We're blowing very hot and cold. Very hot and cold. But in terms of tonight, I think the manager got it right. I think the players did really well in every situation that was thrown against them. And look, Sevilla were desperate. You could see they were desperate. It was attack after attack after attack. And defensively, we stood up tonight. Declan Rice, again, outstanding. But I have to say, this team is unrecognisable to the team of last season. And what I mean by that is I don't recognise this team in terms of when we're going forward, we don't tend to look that dangerous anymore. I see too much of Bukayo Saka picking up the ball on the right, cutting inside, playing the ball backwards. It's very backwards, sideways, not really trying to go at players like we was last season. Martinelli was, really good at that tonight. And he always has been since he's been at Arsenal. He provides the energy. He provides, that oomph to go at a man. He's not afraid to do that. And I just think more of our players need to be that way. Like, I don't know what's changed from last season to this season. I don't know if it's a tactical thing, like people keep telling us, oh, we're trying to do it like Man City. Yeah. I think that's a load of rubbish personally. Yeah. I just think, the personnel changes. When you really think about it, right? The manager has changed the team in 3 key positions on the pitch. Most games at a high level are won and lost in the midfield. Last season, our midfield was Thomas Partey, Martin Odegaard, and Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka's left the club. Cool. right? Thomas Partey's been out injured for the majority of this season. And by the way, just because of tonight, and I always thought this anyway, but because of tonight, because he's been on international duty, he had a little cameo appearance against Man City. And again, this guy is injured. It's time to move on from Thomas Partey. We cannot rely on this guy. It is not good enough at the top level to have a guy who's consistently on the shelf. May as well be sponsored by NHS. That guy may as well be sponsored by NHS because he's always injured. And they say the best ability is availability. And this guy is just simply not available enough. But that's Thomas Partey, right? And we know Jorginho isn't good enough long term. So we need to invest in that area. But the point is we brought in Declan Rice. We brought in Kai Havertz, who, no longer seems to be starting games in the midfield. We seem to be using him more as an attacking outlet, somebody who can hold the ball up in difficult situations. Look, I am not fussed by that. But the point is, he's made key changes in the midfield, and it hasn't clicked. And it hasn't clicked in our attacking areas. And he's changed the goalkeeper. Has he changed too much all at once? Is this why we're seeing a drop-off in performances at Arsenal at the moment? Is it going to get any better? I don't know. But look, in terms of tonight, I'm happy. We had to go there and win tonight. Yeah, there was none of this go there, get a draw, go there, lose. Losing was not an option tonight. We had to go there and win. And we've done that. And hopefully, we've got them in the return leg, of course, again at the Emirates. And we need to do our job there as well. Because that result against Lens put us in a difficult situation tonight. And we had to win the game. And we need to win the next one as well. At the end of the day, this is a group filled with Europa League level teams. We should be topping this group.